This week's film is The Graduate, released in 1967 and directed by Mike Nichols. The film stars Dustin Hoffman, Anne Bancroft, and Catherine Ross. Benjamin Braddock, played by Dustin Hoffman in his first major film role, has just graduated from college and returns to his parents' house in suburban Los Angeles for the summer. A successful and promising young man by all standard measures, he nevertheless seems unsatisfied, alienated, confused about his future. During a graduation party hosted by his parents, one of his father's business associates offers the following famous advice to young Ben: plastics. Ben spends the summer drifting aimlessly until he is swept into a bizarre love affair with an older woman, Mrs. Robinson, played with predatory and erotic menace by Anne Bancroft. The film does a wonderful job of capturing the spirit of alienated American youth. And this, despite the fact that even though the film was made and set in the late 1960s, and the second half takes place in Berkeley, California, the home of the radical free speech movement and the hotbed of student protests of the Vietnam War, the film never mentions or even acknowledges the social upheaval occurring in that place and time. The central conflict in this film is not political or social, but generational. Stylistically, the film has several noteworthy aspects. First, Nichols' camera work masterfully conveys Ben's alienation from his parents' sterile and materialistic suburban lifestyle. The camera isolates him as he weaves through crowds or floats in his parents' pool. It frames his image behind the glass of a fish tank or a telephone booth, reflects his face in a backyard pool or a glass tabletop. When his parents give him a scuba suit for his birthday, we view the scene from a subjective shot from within the mask, the distorted faces of his parents and guests mouthing words that neither he nor we can understand. These are the sounds of silence. The film's opening sequence is another fine example. Ben stands on the moving walkway of the airport, staring impassively and without expression against a blank white background as Simon and Garfunkel's song plays. Nichols' use of sound is also noteworthy. In addition to many clever and thematically appropriate uses of sound, especially the use of sound bridges, the film's soundtrack does a fine job of conveying thematic and narrative information. Listen to the lyrics of the songs, and you'll find them offering thoughtful commentary on the film's ongoing action. The Graduate was one of the first mainstream Hollywood films to draw so heavily on popular music, and the soundtrack for the film was very, very successful, especially among younger viewers under 30. Films such as The Graduate and Dennis Hopper's Easy Rider, which we'll be watching soon, released 2 years later, showed Hollywood that films directed at younger audiences could make a lot of money. I hope you enjoy the film.